We all want that perfect one pot, but a few tiny mistakes and a great one pot is completely ruined. It's a few small choices and most of us get them wrong without even realizing it. It's usually the same handful of mistakes we all make, and they're easier to fix when you understand the real science behind it, and the whole dish can be transformed. Hello, welcome back to VitalCook. It's the winters now, and we all love our one pots. The soups, the stews, the casseroles. For one thing, it's easier to tidy up after the meal, but the main reason we love it is the warmth, the satiety it brings to us in this winter. But many a time, I used to struggle a lot to get my one pot perfect. I realized that the one pot is not just as simple as I think. Putting everything in the pot and add some stock and let it do its magic itself. It's not like that. And once I started digging up the science, I realized that all the food science that we have been talking previously all takes place within that one pot. And that defines the flavor. But another big thing in the definition of the flavor is the timing and the sequence in how we add the different food groups in there. So based on that, we will today look into the science-backed framework for that one pot so that we can have a restaurant quality one pot without fail every time. Sear the meat in a dry hot pan first. Most people add the broth immediately. Don't do that. Allow the Maillard reaction to take place. When protein from meat meets sugars from vegetables at temperatures above 120 degrees, they undergo this chemical transformation. This reaction happens in 3 stages. First stage is colorless and odorless. You can't see it or smell it, but it is setting up everything that comes next. Stage 2 is where the magic happens. This is when you get those roasted, nutty, caramel-like aromas. This reaction cannot happen in the presence of too much water. Water dilutes everything. It drops the temperature, it stops the browning, and this flavorful reaction does not take place. So when you add broth or wine before you have properly browned your meat and vegetables, you are chemically preventing the development of deep, complex flavors. Okay, now you know why browning first is non-negotiable. But even if we brown everything properly, things can still get messy. The next big mistake people make is adding everything at once. All the vegetables going in together. By the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly why restaurant quality one pot meals taste different. And you will have a simple science-backed framework that works for stews, paellas, stir fries, all one pots. Dense, hard vegetables like carrots and potatoes go in right after you have browned your meat and build that flavor foundation. They need time. Now, let's look at the starches, the potatoes, the rice, the pasta. They are not passive fillers. They are active components that change the entire dish. We add them right after the dense vegetables go in and we have added the broth. Once the liquid is starting to simmer. This is when starch gelatinization happens. The heat and water cause the starch granules to absorb the liquid, swell and then burst, releasing molecules that thicken the liquid. This is how a watery broth transforms into a rich, cohesive stew. The key is timing. If you add starches too early, they may over-gelatinize and disintegrate, making the dish overly thick, gluey or mushy. Too late and they will be undercooked. A gentle, constant simmer is the sweet spot. Medium density vegetables like bell peppers or celery can go in about halfway through. And delicate ingredients, frozen peas, leafy greens, fresh herbs, these go in during the final 5 minutes. They just need to heat through. Now you know, to cook the perfect nutrient-dense meal, you need to follow the hierarchy of heartiness. First and foremost, you want to brown your meat to lock in that deep, savory flavor. Then get the dense roots like carrots, onions and potatoes in early, so that they have plenty of time to brown and tenderize. Next up, Saute your aromatics before pouring in your liquid. Once you see the pot start to simmer, that's the time to drop in your starches, followed by the medium vegetables like peppers and leek, about halfway through. To keep things fresh, wait until the very end to fold in your delicate greens and herbs. Finally, always finish with a quick squeeze of lemon or vinegar to brighten the whole dish right before serving. Hot meals are easy, clean, and a healthy way to cook, but there are trade-offs. Here's the paradox. When you cook vegetables in liquid for a long time, you lose water-soluble vitamins. Things like vitamin C and B, they leach out into the broth. But the good thing is that you eat all the broth, you consume every drop, so those nutrients aren't lost, they are just redistributed. But it gets better. One-pot meals are a perfect example of something the nutritionist calls a food synergy, meaning whole foods eaten together provide greater health benefits than isolated supplements or single ingredients. When you combine proteins, healthy fats, fiber-rich vegetables, and carbohydrates, pulses in a single pot, they interact in ways that improve how your body processes them. There are a lot of food synergies taking place in that pot. Once protein, vegetables, carbs, and fat are in the same pot, the food stops acting like separate ingredients. It becomes a system. Vegetables bring vitamin C, organic acids, and plant compounds that help your body absorb minerals like iron and zinc from protein food. Fiber from vegetables physically slows how starch is broken down. That lowers the glycemic load of the meal and keeps energy stable longer. Many nutrients in vegetables are fat soluble. Without fat, they pass right through. With it, your body can actually use them. Protein releases amino acids that slow digestion and help your body manage carbs more smoothly. Instead of a sharp blood sugar spike, energy comes online gradually. Fat delays how quickly carbs leave the stomach and even changes how starch behaves during cooking. The result is a slower digestion and better satiety. Protein with fat slows digestion, enhances flavor, and creates fullness, providing greater meal satisfaction. This is why one-pot meals work when they are built right, not because of a single ingredient, but because of how they work together. Okay, now let's bring this all together. If you take nothing else from this video, remember these 3 non-negotiable rules. Rule number 1, brown first, liquid later. Always sear your proteins and dense vegetables in a hot, relatively dry pan before adding any broth or wine. This builds your flavor foundation through the Maillard reaction. Rule number 2, respect the hierarchy of heartiness. Add ingredients based on how long they take to cook, factoring in how starchy components need water and gentle heat to gelatinize and thicken the liquid. Hard vegetables and starches early, delicate greens in the final minutes. This keeps everything perfectly textured instead of mushy. Rule number 3, finish with acid and fat. Add a splash of lemon juice or vinegar at the very end to brighten the dish. And always include a source of fat for nutrient absorption and flavor development. Follow these rules and I promise your one-pot meals will transform. They will taste deeper, more complex, and more like something you would order in a restaurant. Follow this framework and transform your one-pots. Enjoy the warmth in this winter. Hit the like if this helped and subscribe for many more science-backed kitchen tips coming your way every week. Share this with someone who also loves to cook.